Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? Yo, I just leaving the gas station, heading to go make this little food run. Y'all know how I do. I'm always out and about, want to feed the fam bam. And when I'm out, that's when I talk to the homies, man. So peep gang, we got to get into this Joe Joyce fight, man. I'm mad. I was down there playing the game, man. I've been waiting on Seafood to come out for well over a year. I was even contemplating getting a PlayStation just for specifically for that game, but I heard it was coming to Xbox, and as soon as it came to Xbox, I copped it the same day. So I was cranking that, and I look up and I'm like, oh shit, it's already 4 o'clock. And as I'm taking my TV, my Xbox back upstairs, Michaela Mayer is finishing her fight, and I was pissed because I wanted to watch that fight, but I was able to catch Zhilei Zhang and Joe Joyce. But first off, man, I want to say shout out to Joe Joyce, man. He didn't see, even in defeat, he didn't look discouraged. He gave Zhilei Zhang all the credit in the world for beating him. It was a gracious defeat. It was no excuses made. Of course, you can always say, yo, I could have been better. I could have did this and I could have did that. But after he would say that, he will also come right back and say he's a good fighter. He kept hitting me with the left hand. I couldn't see the left hand. He's fast. He hits hard and this and that and the third. Giving him his kudos for winning the fight, man. So gracious defeat, man. Like, that's the shit that, and he's, I'm sorry I let my fans down, man. Fuck that. Fuck that. You ain't letting nothing down, man. You fought in a good fight. You fought a damn good fighter. You know, like, that's what the fuck is up with him. You know, boxing fans today are spoiled. Not even spoiled, man. You could say it's spoiled, but their, you know, their minds are so, you know, convoluted with this, you know, mentality of preserving your O and going undefeated due to Floyd. It's like, you niggas just can't tell. You like, it's no shame in losing as long as you gain something out of it. You know what I'm saying? 99% of fighters do not go undefeated. So just because you lose, that, you know, it is what it is, man. But nonetheless, we got to get back. We got to get into this fight, man. Zhilei Zhang came right out landing the left hand. The left straight was there all fucking night, landing the straight. And it's like he got in the rhythm in the first round, because the minute he started landing, like by the time the mid rounds came around, he started stepping to him, like stepping up the, you know, stepping to him, you know, stepping in behind his jab and throwing combinations, man. And he put Joe Joyce uncomfortably on his back foot. Like, he was, you could tell he's not used to that, fighting backing up. Even when he's, you know, usually he's marching forward, it'll be a stalemate in the middle of the ring. You just gonna be sitting there and hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. He's gonna be absorbing all of that punishment until you begin to deplete. Joe Joyce is not somebody who who takes a step back, who goes on the retreat. And Zhilei Zhang had him doing that. Now, granted, he came in 15 pounds lighter than what he normally is. Could that play a factor? Yeah, it could have played a factor. I wouldn't doubt it. It could have played a factor, man. But the thing is, it's not like he got dropped. It's not like he got clipped to the body. It's not none of that. He got stopped due to his eye getting completely closed shut. There's nothing god damn it, I can't get on the interstate from right here. There's nothing you can do to prevent that from happening. Other than, you know, like, there's, you know, there's, of course, there's something you can do to prevent that from happening, but him getting in better shape, that wouldn't have, for how he lost, it wouldn't have been, it wouldn't have mattered. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. Zhilei Zhang just came out and he just could not miss with the left hand. And if you want me to be real, I had it a flawless victory. Like, I didn't give Joe Joyce a round. I can't think of a round that I could give Joe Joyce. Even like in the rounds when he was stepping his activity up, he was still being outlanded in the sense of, like, the cleaner shots landed. And Zhilei Zhang was able to catch a lot of shots, parry and roll with the shots. And there was the snap on the shot, or the sting of the shot, it just really didn't have an effect on Zhilei Zhang, man. And I don't know if that was somewhat of a surprise to Joe Joyce, but he just was like, what the fuck to say? He was putting punches together, man. I'm talking, and like, this is the best I've ever seen Joe Joyce look, man. Like, as far as just him trying to put shit together, man. His feet wasn't, like, he wasn't a stick in the mud. Like, his feet wasn't, it's weird how you unpack this, man, because he was he was hooking off angles and everything. He was getting stepping around and getting back to the middle of the ring. I didn't see somebody who was in there void of skill. I saw Joe Joyce putting shit together that had me say, yo, man, this, like, he really put his, he really went into this training camp on that, you know what I'm saying? He went into this training camp, in his bag, like, I'm about to really upgrade myself, because he understood what the fuck he was in front of, man. I didn't see a Joe Joyce that was just in there. Like, this, honestly, from a skill set standpoint, the best Joe Joyce that I've ever seen. That sounds real weird, but that's like, I can't tack him and Joseph Parker. I haven't seen him really just, throw check left hooks. I've never seen that before. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm burnt the fuck out, but this is the first time I've ever seen that. And he was in there putting combinations together, man. Like, not, everything was good. Not everything he was throwing was just hard with, maximum velocity. No, it was pity pat shots looking to set up something big. But Zhilei Zhang proved to be a quality operator in the ring defensively, man. Every time he would look to land something big, nothing would get through. It's like he couldn't penetrate the dude's guard. He couldn't penetrate the dude's guard, man. And he would take breaks in those rounds that Joe Joyce would be coming on. And the minute he would land the left hand, Zhilei Zhang would be looking to step into, take a step in behind it. And that's just the thing. Like, you could, and this is what bothered me. Like, just people were really high up on Joe Joyce. Like, I think Joe Joyce is definitely a top 5 heavyweight, even after this loss. He's a top 5 heavyweight. But people really started, I don't want to say gassing him, but really, niggas just really jumped out the window after he beat Joseph Parker. They just jumped out the window because he was the first one to stop him. And now here comes Anthony Joshua can't beat this dude. I've been going to bat with motherfuckers like this since the Joseph Parker fight. He'll beat Anthony Joshua. It's like, bro, you do realize Anthony Joshua was the first one to take Joseph Parker's oath, right? And took a belt off of him. I mean, we do realize that, don't we? We do. I mean, he's already beat Carlos Takam. He didn't get, Dubois didn't get an opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua. Boy, how the fuck do you think that fight would have turned out had it went down? You dig? That I don't like that, man. Just the minute somebody who Joe Joyce is somewhat proven, but one thing we have to take into, people fuck around and they just forget. Anthony Joshua is proven. Anthony Joshua is a former unified world champion, 2-time unified world champion. And how they just talk about this dude and they're just so dismissive of everything that he's accomplished as far as asinine to me. Like, y'all niggas is burnt, bro. Joe Joyce has yet to capture a strap. Anthony Joshua's caught 3 in his career twice. You dig what I'm saying? And it's not like he's fighting people. He's beating people that Anthony Joshua hasn't beat. His best wins are fighters that two of the 3 that he's beat, Anthony Joshua has already dispatched of. So I just need people to really just pump their brakes, man. That, the biggest takeaway is just he blocks punches with his face. He blocks punches with his face. People like to say, well, it's the heavyweight division. You can't do that in the heavyweight division. Keep shit a stack. You can't do that in no division. You dig? Stand in front of Canelo and just block punches with your face. No guard up. You're not remotely competent enough on, offensively to, to defend yourself. Even when you go on the offensive, how you throw a shot, you throw a short and tight, compact punch, and your shot gets to the target before the opposition. The positioning of your arm is going to deflect a lot of shots. You dig what I'm saying? Couldn't you stand there and you do that like Golovkin isn't no prolific defensive fighter, but his guard is tight and his shots are so precise and short and compact and crisp. he's able to bypass your offense with his offense, and his offense eventually gets turned, transitioned into defense. He's timing you. Y'all are in the middle of exchanges. He's, you're opening up a little too much, and he's catching you right in that, right in that little pocket, that sweet spot. He's a little bit more accurate, so he's gonna catch your chin, you're gonna catch his shoulder. Stand in front of Canelo. Stand in front of a Golovkin. Just stand in front of a David Benavidez. Stand in front of a Jermell or Jermall Charlo, and block with your face. I don't advise that for no fighter. Blocking punches with their face like that eventually gets you fucked off. That eventually gets you fucked. I don't give a fuck how great of a beard that you have. It's eventually you're eventually gonna meet your demise doing that in the ring, not in the not in the figuratively. You can't just sit there and just, no way, this line is this damn long. Oh nah. But there's no way you could do that and be successful. There's no way you can do that and be successful. Eventually you're gonna come across somebody who's skilled enough to place the punch and is a explosive enough fighter to where when they place the punch, you're gonna feel the punch. And that's what happened tonight. Joe Joyce, it's no upper body movement, man. As good as he moved his feet in this fight, it's no upper body movement, man. He's there to be hit, and it's not like his guard is so compact that you can't still, you can't split it or you can't loop around it. He's not defensively sound like that. Do not tell me this one is closed. Man, what is going on today? So it really just, it was, the things that he was able to do in there, I was surprised. I was like, I saluted it. I was like, yo, that's, I never seen Joe Joyce look like that in the ring. But it still was like, 6 rounds, goddamn. So, and he hurt him early in the fight. He hurt him in the second round. He hurt him in the second round with a straight left hand. Zhilei Zhang was on that, bro. Like, Zhilei Zhang was on that, man. That was an incredible performance from him. And this, once again, goes to show all age isn't created equal. Just because you're a little bit older, that does not mean you're washed. Zhilei Zhang went in there and beat a quality top 5 heavyweight. I mean, motherfucker should have been knew what was up with him when he did that to Hrgovic. Dropped Hrgovic. Had Hrgovic turning his back in the fight. Stop playing with Zhilei Zhang. Stop playing with Big Bang, man. So that dude is due for a big fight. He needs a shot at a title before, sooner than later. Sooner than later. Shout out to Matchroom that, Eddie Hearn ain't the dude to hold up nobody's career, man. That's a fight you need over there. All right, cool, go get it. That's what we need in the sport. That's what we need in the sport, man. So shout out to Joe Joyce, man. I'm not mad at him. I respect anybody who's gracious in defeat. I respect anybody who's like, they giving credit and kudos to, who it is that they lost to. I will, I can salute that and commend the fuck out of that. Because most motherfuckers will just get in there and they'll have a boatload of excuses. They'll walk out of the ring with their head hung low and just not even give the fans a post-fight interview. He didn't do none of that. He took his defeat on the chin, and I respect that. So what I don't want motherfuckers doing, I'm tired of hearing about, man, he's a hype job, this and that and the third. Anytime a fighter is showing promise, they're gonna get, it's gonna be it's gonna be hype behind him. It's gonna be hype behind him because they're showing promise. And not only, just look at what it is that he was able to do. He gave Daniel Dubois his first loss by stoppage and completely derailed his career, and was the first one to officially stop Joe Joyce. Those are good wins. Those are really good wins. So don't come over here talking that hype job shit just because he went in there and he got beat by Zhilei Zhang. Zhilei Zhang is a good fighter. Zhilei Zhang is a good fighter. Tight, compact defense, in the pocket, big puncher, really good punch selection, man. Don't come in here talking about Joe Joyce is a hype job or whatever, man, because he lost. That happens all the time. And that's why fighters don't get in the ring to this day, because they scared to go. Their stock drops when they lose, because motherfuckers don't know how to say, yo, he just lost tonight. It got to be he's a bum, he's a hype job. I don't like that shit. Joe Joyce beat fighters. He beat the fighters he was supposed to beat in emphatic fashion. It's just, he was in there with somebody who you can't afford to sit there and, you know, block with your face. So it caught up to him, but it is what it is, man. He'll be back. He'll be back. And I want to see what's next for Zhilei Zhang, man. My man ain't had no blemishes on the face whatsoever. Really good defense in there tonight, man. Hey, man, shout out to Big Bang. Shout out to Big Bang, man. Shout out to Asia. Y'all doing shit, man. Deuces.